It's been more than a week since Elden Ring has launched, and by now I'm pretty sure everyone loves this game, even if it fucks with you over and over and reminds you to get good. This is just big Dark Souls. Maps are filled with different locations, bosses, items, NPCs, and a lot more. The contents of this game is massive. It's a massive world. So in Dark Souls, there wasn't a stealth feature. You couldn't crouch in the game, you had to fight everything head on. The last From Software game was Sekiro. In Sekiro, stealth was a substantial thing. You could clear an area just by crouching and moving stealthily. In Elden Ring, however, the implementation of stealth was added differently than Sekiro to make the game not feel heavily dependent on stealth. The game takes features from Dark Souls and Sekiro and add bits and pieces from both games to implement the stealth mechanics. Sekiro pushes you to stay in the shadow, avoid getting seen, and kill the enemy strategically that is heavily dependent on stealth. In Elden Ring, there is an option which helps you in a way, but also it somehow puts a boundary. Let's talk about Detection Meter. Detection Meter was not added in Elden Ring. That was the boundary. Sekiro lets you know if an enemy is getting alerted or not by showing you the Detection Meter. If it turns red, then the enemy has seen you, and he will aggro you. Elden Ring doesn't give you any indication whatsoever, as there is no detection meter. If it had a meter, then the game would divert more to a gameplay style of Sekiro. Thus, Elden Ring would be easier. You would be more careful. But even if there is no detection meter, there are small cues that let you know that an enemy has probably seen you. You would have to keep an eye out for their reaction. This is a really good way to balance the stealth fundamentals. There might be a detection meter which is invisible, and that's how it's different from Sekiro by a little margin, and also at the same time similar to Dark Souls. Another thing to note is that the crouching and moving works like Sekiro. You could run while crouched and the enemy wouldn't hear you sneaking up on them, which gives you more room to breathe when you're choosing a stealth approach. And that is how From Software has balanced stealth in Elden Ring. You cannot abuse stealth by any means. You have to be very careful. You also don't kill enemies in one shot unless you're super high level, where in Sekiro, getting behind stealthily to even a boss allows you to perform a death blow. If you could do this in Elden Ring, then the game would be easier. But the game wouldn't feel like Dark Souls. The target of this game was to be like Dark Souls for the most part and have a massive map which is divided into different sub-areas that you traverse through. I obviously like how the implementation of stealth is done in this game. This game is meant to be hard. Only the strongest will survive.